Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. Well, I mean, we don't have one of. We have a curve, sort of. The Horizon Canopy. I've cut back. So, okay. This is my cat travel deck in Keeping Modern Janky. You can see one immediate difference already, and that's Fleece Main Lion. So, I'm playing a couple matches before I publish my article of just new direction. I play this person already. And the new direction is a lower to the ground, more aggressive strategy. So looking through to find out the number of cats. I thought not seer. So Tron. I realized I didn't. Forgot about Fleece Main Lion. I love Fleece Main Lion. So I went ahead and changed it. That led me down the kind of rabbit hole of um, lower to the ground, more aggressive. And the other thing is, Guide of Souls has obvious synergies with Ocelot Pride and everything else that we're doing. So, giving our zero lander or one lander from our opponent. We'll run out Fleece Main Lion, give him a shot. Obviously, Ajani's great, but Fleece Main Lion in the Brimaz circa 2014, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Our opponent looks like they're keeping a one lander and are going to be in trouble if they don't find something. We, meanwhile, are be taking a lot of life damage from our life, or from our lands. I mean, we could just run out the King of the Pride, but how can I resist this opportunity to play Fleece Main Line into Brimaz like it's 2014, or maybe even earlier? When did I? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's probably around 2014. That's when the cards were copyrighted. All right. Well, I mean, our opponent can still hit Tron and just win. Is the thing. We're not putting that much pressure on him. We would like to hit another land though to help with like a collected company. We could just guide his souls into Johnny. It seems so boring. We do 2 plus 2 plus 1, that's 5, 10. They're almost dead. I mean, that's real. They could come back with Tron, but they still need to hit a land. They have to go run a runner land. That's a lot of damage. They're at 4, so they need to find a sweeper. Uh, I assume if they hit their last, they were lucky. They just naturally drew a Tron piece. All right, so Malta, one lander that they kept, it's fine. I'll take it. Pride Mage seems all right. We got also, it's really hard to play these games and talk fast enough to get all that out. So yeah, you can see what I've done. Okay, Goddess Souls, Ocelot Pride synergizes so beautifully. We have a ton of cats that don't have evasion, so being able to give them flying in the late game can punch through damage. Then that led me down into a Johnny Pride Mate and Fleece Main Lion. Since we got rid of the Noble Hierarchs, we want to lower our curve anyway. We got rid of one of our 3 drops over here, the Pride Sovereign. Seemed like to win more, and then that's the story. I just don't know if there's anything else to bring in. Alpha Hunter is really good. Johnny Pride Mate feels like it might just be a win more. Or not win more, too slow. We'll bring in the Ajani just for fun. See how he plays. We might need a finisher at some point. It gives it evasion over like an Ulamog blocker or something like that. So opponent, I think was really hoping in their one lander with that card to dig that they would find something to help out there. All right, well they like it. That's one thing I've really been impressed with this deck so far is this just curves out so beautifully sometimes. They were really hoping to find a way to get it to a second land, and then we put enough pressure on them. That was a way to turn 4, swing for um, 14 or something like that. Brimaz 5, that one, other one. Fleece Main 10, so swing for 13. Yeah. I mean, it's modern, so that's pretty slow for modern, especially in a format full of cheap interaction. But Tron doesn't have a lot of cheap interaction, so we get to build up our board state. We just have to be faster than them. And yep, they're doing it again. Man, they found just nothing but. So what is this? It seems like they probably found something they we wanted better, a little bit better. And then they put the Devourer of Destiny combo wombo over there. Like it. We kind of don't want to see any more lands. That's good. The Lord is good. Guide of Souls, not a cat. That's okay. Gains us life, synergizes with Ocelot Pride and Ajani Pride mate, even though we took it out. Um, but Helpful Hunter, ooh, taking 4. Nice. Love it. Helpful Hunter into King of Pride or Arahbo. Seems alright. Helpful Hunter into Arahbo, I suppose. Trinisphere. Well, that kind of hurts. We didn't want to cast that Helpful Hunter anyway. God of Souls number 2. Well, we do need manas. So everything's gonna cost 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 5. Just put it on top. I mean, we do have ways to deal with the artifact. We need a Quasali Pride Mage. Maybe that's what we should be digging for. But really, that hurts us. We can't just run out what we drew. It buys them a ton of time. But on the other hand, being mana hungry now, we are okay with just playing our 3 mana threats for now. So we have a handful of them. And hopefully our opponent kept this otherwise unplayable hand with no big finisher because of the Trinisphere. That would be ideal. And that would give us the time to attack through it. And that might be what's just happened. Alright. That's a big board. That's a big board that's lethal next turn if our opponent doesn't find an answer. With ample follow-up plays, although they all cost 3 mana. So it looks like that Trinisphere is not looking so good for our opponent right now. I mean, even hopefully it's not an Ugin. Ugin would ruin our day. The One Ring, that's a good one. That buys them some time. That also gives us something to do. We just make our land drops and pass the turn. I don't know. Draw a card with Helpful Hunter, I guess. What would be nice is that the Quasali Bride Mage right now. That's what we want to see. Cavern. It does let us hit our land drops, but I think we'll put it in the graveyard. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, destroy up to 1 target. So this says I don't think we are going to do combat damage is the thing. It does 0 combat, so I think it has to deal damage. But that is our answer for Trinisphere and any other nonsense. Or nonsense artifacts I may play, like, well, at this point, they would easily blow up our board with Oblivion Stone or whatever before we could deal damage, but hoping that they still don't find any answers. No more One Rings, please. I haven't played against One Ring in a while. Another card that everyone wanted to ban, and probably there was a good argument for it, but it's kind of fallen out of favor. I wonder what the percentage of it is now being played. So I think they can. Let's see. Never mind. I was gonna say they could play this, right? Tap it, get this. No, I want to read the card underneath it. I exile something, but then they're still dead. Or I was thinking they had the land to let them go get another big Eldrazi. So alright, it's big Eldrazi or bust, One Ring or bust, Sweeper or bust. Our opponent has a lot of answers or cards in their deck that can answer this board, but have they found it with their 4 cards? We have a lot of power on the board on coming up on turn 6. They're thinking. They must have come up with something. They're trying to figure out a way out of this. Ugin would be the worst. We have no hasty threats. We have no answer for this Trinisphere, so we can't just run out our hand in response to an Ugin. Furthermore, they could Ugin and still probably Ugin again after. They only have to -3. Alright, it's a lot of mana. Yes, Ulamog. Now, does Ulamog kill us? I don't think so. There goes one Lord. Got to get rid of both of our Lords. Maybe it does kill us, actually. So we're going to be able to hit them for 6, and then the One Ring will kill them if they don't have a way around it. Oh, so funny. Or we just draw another. We could have hit another land, would have been nice there. But it is another Lord, and we will blow up this Trinisphere. Our cats do have protection from dogs, so take that, opponent. Now we can run out this and this to gain some life. They're saying they're going to die to their ring, which I believe it, but I'm still going to play it out if they're not going to scoop. And they scoop it up. All right. Well, for CyclesGaming.com, this has been another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com. If you haven't already, check out my original Magic the Gathering content over at CyclesGaming.com. I write about my various commander decks. I post articles and video of my gameplay of my various modern janky brews, and I'm publishing my science fiction fantasy novel, The Podkind, serially. If you enjoy the content, check out my YouTube channel, Johnny Cycles, and click that subscribe button. Everybody counts. As always, thanks for watching. This is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next one.